Have you ever heard the term a silent killer? A lot of times it's referred to as cancer because cancer, a lot of times we may not notice it in our body until it's too late. But there's another silent killer out there as well. Diabetes. Good morning, everybody. It's Motivation Mike. Today I want to tell a story, a diabetic story. Growing up, I had an older brother. He was 3 years older than me. I looked up to him for a lot of different things. He was my brother. I loved him. Now, as he got older, he stopped taking care of himself. Now, diabetes actually runs throughout our family. Now, some people will say, oh, it's just genetic. Well, that's an easy cop-out to continue eating whatever the hell you want to eat. But if you look at the highest cultures of diabetics, it's normally the Hispanic culture and the Indian culture. Take a look at the diets. Take a look at the foods. Take a look at everything that we process into sugar. There's no surprise. Going back to my brother. My brother was living in an apartment. He's going to work. He's taking care of himself. We thought. And then one day, he died. My mother found my brother dead, and dead after being dead for 9 days. Let that sink in for just a moment. Do you think my mom was traumatized? You bet your ass she was. Was it horrible for her? You bet it was. The smell of death is a very real thing. When we went in to clean out his apartment, after he'd gone, there was the smell of death. And the only way I can explain it is if you've ever smelled like a dead animal, a cat or a dog, something like that, that got hit on the side of the road, take that, multiply that, tell it by 20. That's the smell of death. It's very, very, very real. What we found out in cleaning out his apartment is that, yes, he was taking his insulin, but he was also drinking 2 liters of sugar-filled soda, food full of sugar. All of these great things, I'm sure they tasted wonderful, but they were killing him and he didn't even know it. I say this story and I want to share this story with you because if you have diabetes or if you're on the verge, think about this. Think about not taking care of yourself and having a family member find you days after you have passed. You want that experience for anybody? You don't. So when you're eating stuff and you're looking at those donuts and you're looking at that cake and you're looking at that ice cream, you're like, man, I want to eat all of that stuff. Take a moment to think, what would it be like if somebody found me dead? Take care, everybody.